Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, back here on a Sunday night for the Blazing Pedals, TRJKarting.com Arca Series, round of 8, race number 2, Talladega. Joining me as always tonight is Terry the Taffy Man Foster. Terry, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Sam. Again, we talked earlier this week. You asked me if you excited about Dega. I was like, absolutely. I am excited about this race tonight. I am a super speedway fan. I know a lot of these guys aren't, but yeah, man, excited to get this thing underway and see if we can lock another chase driver in.
I'm going to go ahead and actually pull up the points. I have them. Everybody can take a look at them on screen. Remember, our race winner last week was Chris Carroll in that number 24. He's going to lock himself into the final 4 heading into tonight, so he has nothing to worry about. Few drivers I want to keep an eye on tonight, though, is that 55 of Paul Ellison. He won there at Atlanta to lock himself into this round. Can he do it again here tonight? And also, Terry, Corey Sherman out there trying to lock his way into the final 4.
Yeah, Corey in a new rig. We'll show that here after a bit. Something else, last time Dalton Kill rode that 41, won a race, was here at Talladega. So it's been a few since he's been able to win. He is not locked into this round yet, Sam.
Not locked in. Dalton still has quite a few points, so he might be able to point his way in. But, you also got drivers like Ty Morosco and John Perkins out there trying to get themselves a win, lock themselves into the final 4. Anything can happen here. We got 114 laps at Dega. Terry, why don't we go ahead and just do the wheel spin right now? Just get it out of the way.
Yeah,
while I'm thinking about it. Let me see what I can do here. $36.
3-6. Wow.
So we got that out of the way. Now we don't have to worry about it. Lap 36, ladies and gentlemen, will be the competition caution unless we get a caution before that, and then that will void the competition caution on lap 36. Times really don't matter here, do they, Terry?
No, not really. I don't believe, Sam. I mean, you might get one guy running 50s. Yeah, never mind. Times don't matter.
Times don't matter. It's all about the draft, right? And the biggest thing tonight that we're going to have to look for is, are these guys going to be aggressive? I mean, you got this race, and where do we go next week?
We move to Iowa for 260 laps, Sam. That is a transitional race starting in the daylight, ending at nighttime. Then at the end of Iowa, we will know who our final 4 will be.
So the thing is that if you're going into tonight and you're not too comfortable about Iowa, I think you're going to be pretty aggressive here today.
Yeah, you mentioned it earlier. Chris Carroll locked in. We got 7 other drivers that want to get locked in tonight. So we may see some aggressiveness out of like the MFRD camp, the TNA camp, the Speed Mafia camp. I mean, just so many ways this thing can go tonight.
Only got about 5.5 minutes left here in practice, and then, of course, single car qualifying. It looks like everybody's going to go out for a pit party here, Terry.
Yeah, that's something we have not seen, Sam. And, man, it's been a few races since we got to see these guys all lined up together on a pit party.
So I don't know if you noticed, Terry, but I put out in chat for the fans here tonight, put a poll out there. Will there be a first-time winner here tonight? And that doesn't mean necessarily a playoff driver, just will there be a first-time winner?
Man, again, we got 8 guys or 7 guys that want to win. Then we got, 20 other guys that want to win. The other 7 need to win. You see out there in chat, Corey Rutherford says his team will be pushing Paul to a win tonight. Paul Ellison sitting right now number 5 in our points battle.
And also P3 on the practice charts right now.
Yep, he is fast out there in that 55 car. Mike, glad to see you out there. My little brother, my big brother, pulling for the 12 car Mark Arthur and Mr. Aaron Bach over in that 44. Sam, I'm not picking nobody tonight.
You're not picking nobody.
No, sir. I don't want to give a curse to no one.
I'm not sure if I want to pick anybody tonight or not, Terry. I don't know. If I do, it's going to be somebody who's not even in the chase.
Sam, while we're doing just kind of mess around, can you pull up the camera of Corey Sherman? No, never mind. He's dead in the water right now.
I got him pulled up.
So I want everybody to look what Corey got him a new rig this past week, got it all put together. He's sitting in, he's actually got I think it's a 5-point harness that he's sitting in. This is a motion rig. When he turns these turns, the rig turns, he gets in a wreck, it throws him all over the place. So we'll check on Corey here after a bit, kind of watch him go around his track in that thing.
Looks like he might be waiting to go out one more time before practice wraps up. But Terry, we got to go ahead down trackside and we got to start pre-race ceremony. So ladies and gentlemen, if you could please rise and remove your hats if you are able for tonight's national anthem. And thank you very much, Joshua Rutherford, again for a great rendition of our national anthem. Everybody, if you could, please go check out Mullet Music Productions on YouTube and show some support to Josh. About a minute left in practice here, Terry. You sure you don't want to pick nobody?
Man, don't put me on the spot like this. I tell you what, somebody that's been wanting to win, I'm going to say Jamie Walker tonight, the 88 car. Sorry, Jamie.
There you have it. Terry's going to go ahead and pick the 88 of Jamie. Well, you know what? Since you're going to pick Jamie Walker, you know who I'm going to go with? Because I know he's aggressive, and I know he tries to make moves happen here at Plate Tracks. I pushed him to the win at the Clash, going with Ty Morosco.
Ty Morosco, one of those drivers that needs a win to get into the Final Four. He is actually sitting on the bubble right now in 8th place.
Now, a lot of you out there are probably thinking that maybe Ty's down there, maybe Jamie's down there, thinking their fate just got sealed. Broadcaster's curse.
So, for anybody that watched last week, I did get a call to Jamie Walker. If anybody wondered what happened to him, he did come down pit lane. He didn't want to take tires, but it threw rights on him, and all he wanted to do was get fuel, Sam, and did not put no fuel in that car.
Practice is wrapping up here at Talladega. These drivers about to go into single car qualifying. Big track too, Terry. Only 10 minutes on the clock, so everybody probably going to be going out rather quickly.
Yeah, I would think so too.
let's see. We were talking about him. He's my pick. He's sitting on pit road right now. Hasn't head out just yet. Amanda Sherman, let's talk about her, Terry. She's in that number 8 machine. She's going out to qualify. She likes these plate tracks. Won here in a different league, actually.
Yeah, Amanda's got a good head on her shoulders when it comes to plate racing. I can see this 8 car being up toward the front here later on this race, probably.
Heading out on track. She needs to get that Arca car wound up. She's probably going to run the top side here on her first lap. Like I said, get as much momentum built up as you can.
Yeah, so if anybody doesn't realize what you do, you get out, well, she's actually on the bottom now, Sam. But you stay up against that wall for your out lap and usually for your first lap, then come all the way back down on that yellow line. And while you've got a lot of speed built up and you can do that. So, yeah, it is a long way around the first time, but you're just trying to get the speed built up. That's all you're doing.
Man is going to go ahead and take her green flag. And someone who's already on his green flag run, I got to show him. I know you mentioned his paint scheme, Terry. He's got a nice black car out there. Everybody running blacked out schemes this weekend. But the 42 of Kyle, the Wildman Wellman, always seems to qualify really well at plate tracks. And as we just mentioned it, running up near the fence here on his first lap.
I was just looking through some notes, Sam. Sorry. But as you are watching Wellman on that 42. He has done actually pretty good here in the past.
First person put a time on the board is the 64 of Joshua Rutherford, a 54.05. All the times are going to start coming in. Amanda Sherman, a 53.24. But
it takes
the times we want to watch, Terry, is the second lap. Definitely not the first lap.
Absolutely. They say 53 seconds on a first lap. Yeah, they're going to beat that by at least 2, maybe 3 more seconds. So, yeah, they're going to get a lot faster.
Paul Ellison in the 55 goes to the top of the charts on his first lap. As you see Wellman, he goes all the way to the bottom here.
Now, I'm not trying to be biased, but I'm personally going to watch the 44 of Bockover. Bockover somehow knows how to qualify at these dang going plate tracks.
Looks like Joshua Rutherford didn't really improve too much on his second lap. Good enough for second place right now. Paul Ellison on provisional pole. Still looking at the 42 of Kyle Wildman Wellman. Because, again, he does normally qualify pretty well here.
And Felicity top of the board is the 53.13.
Wellman across the line. Only good enough for third quickest. Terry mentioned Bockover. We'll take a look at him in the number 44. He's so fast, Terry.
He is so fast. That's right. I think it used to be on the back of his car. Man, a lot of people have not come out yet, Sam. I mean, over half the field.
Yeah, I mean, we know Chris Carroll. Chris Carroll, ladies and gentlemen, did win last week's race, but managed to get a penalty. So he does have to start. He has to start from the pits, doesn't he, Terry? No, is it just the EOL and black flag?
It'll be just a black flag drive-through.
All right, so Chris Carroll in the 24 will be getting a black flag drive-through penalty at the start of the race. But you'd think you'd see him go out and try and get a decent pit stall here. He still can qualify.
Oh, absolutely. He can still get the MFRD front pole award, Sam. I mean, he's got 3 laps to serve his penalties, so I definitely would be getting out there.
Right now, Andy Poliski in the 32. He's top of the board, sitting on provisional pole. Corey Rutherford goes third quickest. Good run by him. And Taylor Butcher Benjamin, old Doc Butcher, out there in second. Mike Hamlin's out there, Terry, in that number 15. right now sitting 11th.
Hamlin needs to get a little closer to that yellow line just to help him out with that time.
Only about 4.5 minutes remain here. Like you said, Terry, over half the field still yet to qualify. Seems like everybody wants to play the we're just going to fall in line and ride game here. Mike Hamlin going across the line here. Good enough for P10 on the board. 53.31 for the number 15.
I guess they won't cut 2 seconds. I really thought they could cut a little bit more than that off, Sam.
About somebody going for the championship, Dalton Kilrow. Coming across the line.
Something interesting about that 41 car, Sam. We've seen him in plate racing. He'll start the race wherever he qualifies. He'll holler out, guys, I'm one in the back. Another one that does that, the 88, Jamie Walker, has not taken a time yet, I don't believe. Yeah, actually, Walker has. But some of these guys will just go to the back of the field.
Well, Terry, if you take a look at the timing and scoring, Dalton Kilrow just sat on provisional pole. 53.12 for the 41. Jamie Walker out there just finished up his qualifying run. Only good enough for third quickest.
I kind of clicked over to that 12 car, Mark Arthur, hugging up against that wall on his out lap, I believe.
Trying to get every bit of momentum you can in that car. You're out there by yourself. There's no draft to help you.
So that's interesting seeing Dalton up lead like that. Will he fall to the back now? Or because he doesn't really have a teammate until we get back to fourth place with the 10 car Taylor Butcher Benjamin.
You got to figure, Terry, if anything, I mean, he's got the number 1 pit stall right now, right? So that's already an advantage right there, especially here at Talladega.
Mark Arthur's first lap was a 54.22. He's going to have to pick up a little bit more than that, Sam.
Which I'm sure he will. Mark definitely knows how to qualify here at these plate tracks. As much as he dislikes them, he definitely knows what he's doing.
As we watch Mark. So, Sam, you think, we know Mark and Jamie's in the same team speak together. You think they'll pull something off, try to work together tonight? Or the work in progress, we already know they're going to help Ellison tonight. MFRD guys, Dalton and Ty to the front. So we already know Dalton's already there. They got to get Ty Morosco up there. So, I mean, a lot of stuff will go on tonight. The TNA guys, are they going to help Corey Sherman try to get his win and lock himself in tonight? Mark Arthur with the 53.21. That gives him the 7th. As we have 1 minute left to go, and it looks like anybody that wanted to take a time has.
Brian D's managed to take over second there, Terry. Philip Van Vliet out there. He took 17th. Lone Dutchman.
So that's going to help Kilrow out a little bit with teammate Brian Dees starting on his outside. One of those guys could jump the start. The other one get behind, start pushing around this track.
Yeah, not seeing anybody else who has gone out. A few drivers have not even left pit road yet. It'd be Tanner Marr, Brian Zimmerman, Derek Paulson, Chris Carroll, Corey Sherman. Maybe a little strategy going on.
Sam, I know you've seen it, but looks like we got TSP out here again on Corey Sherman's chest, or Corey Rutherford's chest. Excuse me, Corey Sherman. Now we call him Joey Rutherford.
Well, that's going to wrap up qualifying, Terry. Dalton Kilrow and Brian D is going to be on the front row. as we're starting to get these drivers ready to go here for 114 laps at Talladega. What do you say we start getting through it? As we said, Dalton Kilroe is going to be starting on the pole tonight. And that number 41, Brian Dees to his outside. Danny Poliski is going to be starting in third position with Jamie Walker starting in fourth. Taylor Butcher Benjamin in the number 10 is going to be starting in fifth with Corey Rutherford in the number 5 to his outside. Mark Arthur managed to get P7 on his qualifying run. In that number 12, he's going to have Kyle the Wildman Wellman in number 42 to his outside. Paul Ellison running for a championship here tonight. Going to be starting in 9th position with Joshua Rutherford, teammate to his outside. Amanda Sherman, that number 8 is going to be starting P11. Good qualifying run for her with Aaron Bockover starting in 12. Ty Morosco, Terry, my pick. He's going to be starting in 13th. Chris Legou in 14th in number 71. You want to take it?
Yes, sir. Mike Hamlin in that 15, starting 15, 16 plate. Fred Thompson in that 46, 89. Lone Dutchman, Philip Van Fleet, starting 17. Brad Collins in that 22 car, starting 18th. 19th will be Rick Thompson. 20th, John Perkins. Dave Seat starting 21st in that 14 car. In that 73 car, Casey Campbell starting 22nd. Brian Zimmerman, 23rd. Chris Carroll will be starting 24 in the 24. In the 4 car, Tanner Marr starting 25th. Derek Paulson in the 6, be starting 26th. Corey Sherman in the 3, starting 27th. These guys are starting to roll off here. We're getting them moving a little bit.
Like you said, Terry, I'm curious to see what happens here. Not sure what they're going to do. Do we still have the 3 wide rule? Is that a thing still, or are we not doing that?
We do, and he was going through it while we were talking.
I gotta change something real quick here.
Yeah, I'm trying to change my camera views here real quick, Sam, while you're doing that.
I think I'm good. Going down the back straightaway, everybody getting ready to go. Dalton Kilroe in the playoffs still, Jamie Walker. You see Mark Arthur and Paul Ellison there. All with yellow banners on their cars. Everybody.
Now let's be down in chat right now to the MFRD team to see what these guys are talking about right now. And Sam, we've seen that 32 of Poliski. He's not really a slouch on plate racing either. He has every right to be up front just like everybody else.
Well, the pace car is off. Sellout crowd here at Talladega. First start's going to be on the flagman here in the restart zone. And green flag is in the air here at Talladega.
Now, some of you might have seen that restart zone at Talladega. Not a very smart move to try to jump the start at Talladega.
Right now it's MFRD up front. Dalton Kilroe and Brian Dees are going to start working both lanes here going down into turns 1 and 2. Andy Poliski in that 32 right on the back bumper of Dalton Kilroe on the bottom side of the racetrack. And you got Jamie Walker on the second on the outside line.
2 by 2, 3, 4, 5 rows back. Last one by herself is single will be Amanda Sherman in that 8 car. She gets up beside the 44 of Bockover.
You go back a little bit further, you see my pick there, Ty Morosco. Looks like Jamie Walker is stepping out of line, trying to drop to the rear of the field here.
Absolutely, Sam. He did call that out.
So we're going to watch Jamie. He's going to go to the rear of the field. Try and tuck in. Back up to the front. Dalton Kilroe's doing the same thing.
Just as I predicted, Sam.
Lap 2 here of 114. Andy Poliski now your new race leader. Brian Dees is going to change that real quick, getting a good shove here from the 5 of Corey Rutherford, going down into turns 3 and 4.
Sam, Chris Carroll has made his drive through. He is heading back out. Man, he's going to go lap down pretty quick here, I think. But we're going to have a caution come up later. He'll be okay, I believe.
Brian Dees drops down in front of the 32 of Andy Poliski. He's going to take over the inside line. Now Wellman pushing his teammate, Corey Rutherford, to the front here. Now the thing is, Terry, if you look, you got Work in Progress Racing. They're leading that outside line. But the one who matters right now is Paul Ellison trying to race his way to the championship 4. And he's stuck on the bottom lane trying to get up to him.
Yeah, Paul Ellison about nine back there. But the 5th car on the bottom, he's got to do something. That's what I thought he would do. Go to the top there. He's going to get some of that draft from that 12 car, Mark Arthur. That gave Amanda Sherman a place to go, catching up to that 10 car, Taylor Butcher Benjamin.
Now I imagine that team is really communicating with each other. As you see now, Corey Rutherford, he drops down to the inside lane in front of Brian Dees. And now Wellman looking to get the race lead here. He's going to get pushed to the front. So look at this. This team is working really well together. You had Wellman push Rutherford up to the front and drop down. Then you had Josh Rutherford push Wellman up to the front and pull down. And now they're just controlling both outside lines. That's great teamwork right there.
Taylor Butcher Benjamin just dropped down on the bottom. He is starting to blink, and I think that's why he's going backwards, Sam.
How about somebody who started near the rear of the field, making his way up? Already 14 spots so far, making moves in that number 3 machine is Corey Sherman. Let's go ahead and go on his in-car here. And Terry, now you can go ahead and talk about his rig that he just got. Let's bring him up on camera.
Yeah, I can't remember what kind of rig that is, but you see him moving. That is it's just a motion rig, back and forth, side to side. He is strapped into that thing. And now you want reality, folks. Right there is reality.
Yeah, he has the motion rig, not to mention pretty good quality VR, I'd say. I believe it's the Pimax. But, yeah, he's definitely feeling it here tonight. So, hoping he doesn't get involved in that big one. He's going to jump to the top side there. This is a great shot.
Say, if I'm not mistaken, I also think Corey has a butt kicker hooked up to that thing.
I wouldn't doubt it, knowing him.
Butt Kicker, one of our sponsors here at Blazing Pedals. And Corey reaches for a drink.
Hey, we got something going on up at the front here, Terry. Mark Arthur just pushed Aaron Bach over to the lead in the 44. And Paul Ellison now working his way up to the front. Now, I was talking to the Work in Progress team a little bit earlier before the race started, and I said, hey, guys, I don't know. If you want it bad enough to get into that Final Four, I think you're going to have to get up there and control this thing from the front of the pack. And that's exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, something interesting I've seen over in the MFRD camp, over in TeamSpeak, they have 10 drivers in there. They have teamed up with Work in Progress guys, so all the drivers are in one TeamSpeak communicating with each other tonight.
Think about it. That's kind of an interesting strategy. I mean, both teams have at least one driver in the playoffs still. And to be working with each other, I don't know. It's a bold move.
Yeah, and Bacher's still holding tight on the bottom line with Mark Arthur behind him. As Ellison went a little high right there for the 32 of Poliski to stay behind him. They get everything all lined back up. I'm surprised the 64 of Rutherford has not caught back up to that 12 car.
I think they're just kind of riding right now, Terry. I mean, we're only on lap 7 of 114. There's still a long way to go. And he got a caution, like, we said, coming out on lap 36. So I think everybody's just trying to be cordial right now and just ride.
Yeah, lap 36 will be our first competition caution again, unless something happens. Sam, you think we're going to see a big one tonight?
It's Talladega. I would almost guarantee it, but I really would hope not. I hope we run this thing, aside from the competition caution, I hope we run a green flag the whole way. I'm watching the front of this thing, though, Terry, and I'm looking at the 55 and the 64. You see the 42 giving room so the 32 can get down. You see Josh trying to give room so Paul can jump down. This is strategy right here. They're trying to get to the bottom side of the racetrack, so when it comes time to pit here in about, say 10, 15 laps, they're ready to go.
Yeah, Josh did actually back up to give that 55 Ellison some room, and Ellison never took advantage of it. So Josh still down underneath the 55 of Ellison. Look back here in 5th place in that 71 car, Sam.
I see the 71 of Chris Legou up there in the top 5. The 71 Priority Auto Machine. Chris out there having a heck of a run, and look who he's got right behind him, teammate Philip Van Vliet, the lone Dutchman pushing him. And not only that, Corey Sherman right behind him.
Yep, I was wondering if you're going to catch that. Just heard Chris Kell holler at the leaders, say he will stay at the bottom when they catch him. So Chris Carroll about ready to go a lap down.
So you see, this is a strategy here. You know, you see a lot of leagues who have guys go to the top of the racetrack. Here we tell them just hold your line, right? Now what Chris Carroll is doing is he's trying to break up this pack so maybe he can latch onto it and not risk losing the draft once again.
Well, Sam, I know, when I've done this kind of racing, I like to stay on the bottom and do exactly what you said. Try to find a gap, get that draft. Yeah, I may be a lap down, but I'll be sticking around with you guys for a while.
Yeah, this is the thing. Everybody's got to get around them, though. Doing good work of it right now. You see Team TNA, they're sticking together up there on the top side. Oh, a little contact there between the 71 and the 42. Nothing major.
24-5 also had a little contact, Sam.
You see that, though? Like, look at that. Chris Carroll, he manages to stay in this pack, and that's exactly what he wanted.
Like I said, we will be going to a pit stop here within 12, 13 somewhere laps. That's going to be interesting. These teams we know through the week weren't pitting with each other, but we see Aaron Baca up there by himself, with Mark. I mean, he has nobody to work with really teammate-wise.
If Team TNA can get up towards the front here, you got Chris Legou, you got Philip Van Vliet, Corey Sherman, Aaron Bockover. Pretty much they're controlling this race right now. You got Aaron Bockover leading the inside lane, Chris Legou to the top side. I mean, again, just great teamwork. You see them, they're pushing Chris to the front.
Will Chris get a lead a lap here? That 89 get back in behind that 71 a little bit more. Get him up there a little bit, Phil. Let him lead a lap.
He's got the run on the top side. I don't know if he'll be able to keep it going through the tri-oval. Runs pretty wide here. Give this lap to Bockover, I think.
Still got the 64, Josh Rutherford. Has Ellison still behind him trying to help. 17 of D's up there playing around behind the 3 car of Sherman. As Taylor Butcher Benjamin got his blinking, must have got it fixed. He's now trying to catch up with that 17 of D's teammate.
Yeah, but the thing is, Sarah, I want to point out that 64, he's way too far off the back bumper of Mark. I mean, he's got to get up there and get on the back bumper because you see this train on the outside. They only got 4 cars, and they're about to go blowing by Aaron Bockover and Mark Arthur right here. That time, Terry, there it is. Chris Legou leading laps here in the Blazing Pedals Arca Series.
Congratulations, Chris, for that. That's got to be... That's awesome, buddy. I'm glad to see that.
Out there making a comeback. Haven't seen him for a couple of races. It's good to see him out there. Out there battling for the lead nonetheless. TNA completely controlling this thing right now, Terry.
Absolutely. And, I don't know if they're talking down there in the chat or whatsoever, but You know what? I really doubt it. I've ran with these guys on these plates, and I really doubt if this talking is going on.
The thing is, we are coming up on green flag pit stops. They're going to have to pit before this competition caution. They can go about 15 to 25 laps. We only have that much information. So we're at round lap 15 right now. Start to look for these guys to start to single file out and get ready to go down pit road.
Sam, I'm wondering if they're going to try to push it as far as they can. That way they won't have to stop again before that competition caution there at lap 36.
Everybody pretty much single file behind them, Terry. Jamie Walker's back there. Looks like he kind of stepped out of line for just a second. Making a move on the top side here, Dave Seats. Got Rick Thompson of Speed Mafia there in a Limitless Motorsports sandwich. Mike Hamlin and Dave Seats.
New speed of 88. Jamie Walker started fourth, dropped back to 21st just to maybe didn't want to get caught up in an early wreck or something, along with Dalton Kilroe. Dalton Kilroe sitting in 17th after getting the MFRD pole award tonight. Big shove by the 89.
Yep, we're going back up to the front of the field. Chris Legou, oh, he looked for a second. Bockover says no. Chris tried to jump down, but they had just such a heck of a run there on that inside line that good job by Chris seeing that, and he went right back up to the top side.
You know, one thing we're not seeing out of these front guys, Sam, is side drafting.
I think it's a little too early to be doing that right now.
Oh, absolutely. But Dees tries to get down on Ellison just a hair bit. I don't think it wasn't near enough for him to gain anything.
Lap 16 of 114. Too many lead changes to count.
Big shove coming up out of that top side there with Sherman, Van Vliet, and Legou.
They're trying their heart out. I mean, they are trying to do exactly what Work in Progress Racing did at the beginning of this thing, and just try and get their team up to the front and get down on the bottom side of the racetrack. Green flag pit stops are coming here shortly, so.
And we got teammates 17 of D's and 10 of Butcher Benjamin on that outside behind the three cars of the TNA guys. And we got on the bottom line, we got Joshua Rutherford in the 64 and the 55 of Ellison. They are actually teammates tonight, bringing along Andy Poliski. And the 24 Carroll still out there making some noise. D's kind of got in the middle, still sitting in the middle there. As the 12 and 44, Bockover and Arthur pulled away a little bit from the rest of the pack.
Yeah, that top line isn't as formed up as they were a few laps ago, and they're slightly starting to go backwards as you see that inside lane starting to form up just a little bit better. You see the 64 getting on the back bumper of Mark Arthur here going down the back straightaway, and Paul Ellison right behind him.
71 by himself is just motoring on up there.
Yeah, but something I want to point out, Terry. Remember, we just said pit stops are coming. That top line was starting to become a little bit disorganized. You saw Brian Dees jump to the bottom side of the racetrack.
Yeah, I kind of figured that's what the guys on the top were trying to do, trying to find that hole to get down there, come in and get that well-needed fuel after 18 laps here. These guys have got to do something. And on back, Sam, I mean, pretty much everybody's single filed on the way back. All we have is up front there with the Goo 60 in the 60, 71, 64. We still got them too wide from third place back.
Yeah, but they're going to have to get down there at some point. Right now, the only person they have that could help them out is Bockover, but he can't really check up too much. out there leading this thing, but he is using the most fuel too.
Chatter has started. Bockover just said he's got 2 laps to go for fuel. Mark Arthur is asking the question.
So here we go. They're going to be starting here shortly.
Speed Mafia right now is actually having a meeting about when they're wanting to pit.
See Chris Legoo stuck up here on the top side right now trying to find a hole. You see Corey Sherman found one back there. The lone Dutchman trying to find one. Looks like Corey's going to lift and let his teammate in. Good move. Who's going to come first? Chris Legoo finds a hole there in 4th.
Looking for about 21 and 22.
Here we go, Terry.
Oh, here we go.
Whole bunch of people coming down pit road.
It's going to get busy. Whoa! Josh Ruffin about goes into the grass on that.
I see a lot of MFRD guys, work in progress guys all coming down. Aaron Bockover and Mark Arthur stays out on the racetrack. I guarantee they're going to be coming this time.
I believe Team TNA are coming down this time, Sam. I think they'll probably be bringing that 12 and Mark Arthur along with them.
Yeah, you also see Jamie Walker in this mix. Chris Legoo. Coming out of turn number 4, we're going to see what happens here. Who's coming? It's probably going to be everybody.
Chris Carroll. Oh, I'm really surprised he's even coming in.
Jamie misses pit road.
Oh, no. Bad shot for that 88.
That's going to lose a lot of time. He's going to have to pit. Luckily, he has a caution coming here on lap 36. That would have really hurt him. It gave Mike Hamlin the lead. Rick Thompson, Dave Seats, Brad Collins, all these guys, they're still out here. Mainly Speed Mafia, Limitless Motorsports. You see Jamie trying to hang on to their draft.
Sam, I think Hamlin and Seats both are going to be pitting with Speed Mafia this time by.
You see this group, the first group to pit here, you got Joshua Rutherford. Mark Arthur's coming out of pit road right now, but Joshua Rutherford's coming up on him with Paul Ellison and Brian Dees, number 17. Taylor Butcher Benjamin shortly in tow.
Sam, pit road speed limit tonight, 55 mile an hour. We see these guys getting out here running 190, clocking in probably in a good draft, almost 200. They got to get these things rode down at that commitment line, get these cars fueled up, get them back out.
Joshua Rutherford just put Chris Carroll, Mark Arthur 3 wide. He's got teammate Paul Ellison right behind him. I think that was the battle for the lead right there, as everybody else who just pit is now coming off pit road. They're going to go blowing past these guys.
Sam, I don't know what's going on, but Hamlin and Thompson both still in the pits at 37 seconds.
Not sure if something might have happened to him. I didn't see. We were watching that 3 wide move. Right now I'm showing Dave Seats in the lead. Stays down on the apron. Now Joshua Rutherford to the lead.
Sam, Thompson, Hamlin both speeding down pit road.
Oh man, there it is. We knew it was going to get somebody tonight. Chris Carroll trying to get his lap back the hard way, and he does right here.
Dave Seats coming back down pit lane for some reason, Sam. Along with 73 of Casey Campbell. Dave Seats down the way, fuel only for him.
Right now, Chris Carroll battling to stay on the lead lap. staying with Taylor Butcher Benjamin on that top side. And you see the 44 of Backover and Mark Arthur. They've been working together all night, and they're still bumper to bumper.
Casey Campbell finally out, Sam. 31 seconds. I believe he also got a speeding penalty. Man, it's a big hornet's nest up there up front. As Hamlin in that 15 stays low, lets his group get around him on the outside.
They're going to put him 3 wide right here.
Oh! Josh Rutherford up into the 24.
Little bit of hang on to it, boys. Chris Carroll with a little bit of contact there to the 17 of Brian Dees. Dees goes down the racetrack. Great save.
Absolutely. And the guys behind him, Benjamin, Backover, Arthur, Poliski, they all backed up a little bit on that. They didn't want nothing to do with that.
See, the thing is, Terry, is that now Chris Carroll has lap cars to worry about. He's got a battle to get this lucky dog position right now with 10 laps to go. Mike Hamlin's going to duck up behind the 24. Hamlin also trying to fight to get that lucky dog position.
$17 up on a 32. Pushed him all the way up to the wall.
Carroll looking to the top side here. All he has to do is be in front of the leaders right now. Trying to make it happen by himself. Hamlin's going to go with him. All these guys up top, they're trying to get their laps back. Carroll's going to side draft the 64. Remember, Carroll has nothing to lose. He's going to go as hard as he can. Already locked into the championship 4.
He gets good push from that 15 of Hamlin. He will probably drop down in front of Joshua Rutherford. And hopefully that he doesn't, Rick Thompson pushes that 15 around him.
It looks like they're trying. I mean, you got to figure if Carroll wins tonight, I mean, nobody locks into the next round, right? So I think what Rutherford and Ellison are trying to do right now is keep them a lap down. So it's one less driver to worry about.
Oh, that would need Ellison to get up on the. Oh, big move by Hamlin.
Wow, big move. Oh, he's going to turn the 24. There's a big one. Ellison involved. He's going to keep it straight.
Oh, Mark Arthur involved. Chris Carroll involved. Wow.
Mark Arthur, minimal damage. The 76 of Thompson, heavy left side damage.
41 at Kilroy. 10 of Taylor Butcher Benjamin involved.
Wow. We got to get a replay going on that. See if I can't get the old... So Hamlin's going to make a gutsy move down to the bottom. Oh, that's a tough one there, Terry. It kind of looks like they're going for the same position. Hamlin makes a move low. And it kind of looks like Carroll comes down a little bit. But it also looks like Mike pushes up a little bit too. I don't know. Tough one. We're going to have to see what race control decides. And we'll also go ahead and let chat decide on that one.
And as of right now, Sam, race control hasn't said anything.
Well, there's basically your competition caution, ladies and gentlemen. There will be no caution on lap 36 now. That kept Chris Carroll a lap down, kept Mike Hamlin a lap down. Everybody racing for every position.
Well, Sam, race control has confirmed that will be on the 24th, Chris Carroll. Man, luckily he won last week and locked himself in at Sonoma. And, man, he is just having a hell of a night tonight.
Well, I tell you what, Terry, while these guys are under caution, let's go ahead and take our first commercial break. Stick around, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back.
Shut up and sit down.
Back live here on True Sim Productions. Pit stops just happened. Aaron Bockover takes over the race lead, but there is somebody I want to talk to. Terry, I'm going to pull him up into the booth here. Let me just go ahead and find him real quick. Paul Ellison, driver of the number 55 at Sam and Terry in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, what did you see there, and do you need an extra pair of pants?
Definitely need an extra pair of pants. It was chaos. I knew all those guys on the outside were trying to get their laps back. I knew it was going to be rough. Me and Josh were just trying to keep on the bottom and stay straight. They started wrecking, so I just got into the brakes a little bit and just hope I made it through.
So do you have any damage on that number 55, or is she good to go for the rest of the race?
She's still good to go. I had no damage somehow.
All right, man. Well, hey, we're going to let you get back down there so you can concentrate. Good luck out there.
All right, guys. Y'all have a go.
That was driver of the number 55, Paul Ellison. Terry, you heard him. I was a little worried there. I thought he might have gotten caught up in that.
Yeah, I was kind of looking through these guys, and our race leader right now, Bockover, in that 44, I went back and looked at him. Man, he had a real close call. I can't remember who came off the wall, but it took a lot of competition out of the play here as of right now, Sam.
It looks like they're going to double file up. We're going to get ready to go back green flag racing.
Kind of looking at who did and who didn't take tires. Bockover, Morosco did not take tires on this pit stop. Pretty much everyone else did.
I mean, we normally see that, though, right, here at Talladega. You don't really need tires.
No, you don't. But, I mean, the main thing you got to be careful coming out of pit lane on old tires, because it is a little tight making the left turns, and you can't get it sideways. But once you get it going straight where these guys are at, ain't going to be no problem whatsoever. .65 mile an hour following that pace car. Coming into turn 3 here pretty soon. That pace car will be dropping down to the bottom to let these guys go again.
Look at that, Terry. My pickup there in third.
Yeah, I hope mine didn't get caught up in that. It looks like Jamie's holding his own back there, sitting in 16th place.
Pace
I did
cars
happen to see
dropping down pit
Dave.
road.
Dave Seats did disconnect Sam.
Field in the hands of Aaron Bockover in that number 44. coming down to the restart zone.
And he is swarmed with MFRD and work in progress cars all around him.
Green flag is back out in the air here at Talladega. And Terry, we got something a little special here tonight. How about we crank it up?
Crank it up!
Oh, man, what do you think about the new Crank It Up, Terry?
I love it, buddy. I love it. Like I said, I actually had to turn my volume up for that one. Guys, that's what 190 mile an hour looks like and sounds like in this sim doing this iRacing stuff. It is pretty cool.
Joshua Rutherford in that number 64 Mullet Music Productions out here leading the way. He drops down to the bottom of the racetrack. Now Ty Morosco running that top side.
Aaron Bacher jumps right up in between that 5 car of Corey Rutherford and the 1 car Ty Morosco. Looks like he's going to go up there and try to give Ty just a little bit of a bubble bump, I guess. I don't know, because there is some air in between those bumpers that you can actually use to push each other.
Right now, Bachover pushing Ty Morosco. They're looking for the race lead coming out of turn number 4.
Look behind Aaron, no, Sam. We've got the 89 of Van Fleet. 3 is Sherman. 71 of Legoo.
Interesting move that Ty didn't drop down before Aaron could. Actually, both of them dropped down at the same time in front of Josh. That's allowing Philip Van Vliet and now Corey Sherman up 22 spots since the start of this race, trying to get up there to lead this thing. Bachover jumps back up to the top side. Teammates hanging him out to dry, Terry. What's this?
Yeah, I don't know. I think he's going to let Van Fleet go, then maybe jump in between him and Sherman, I guess.
Well, they put him 3 wide there for a second. Coming out of turn 4. They got a great run up on the top side. You see TNA, all 4 cars. Side Amanda Sherman. Amanda Sherman's back in 15th, Terry, just kind of riding.
Yeah, we know she can do something out here. We've seen it done before. And like you said earlier, she has won a race here at Talladega in this car on another league. As Mark Arthur back there behind her has got the 42 of Wellman. Those guys are trying to make a move to get up to these guys.
Yeah, but they got to get more formed up here. Mark
Tom
Arthur
Roscoe going to the back.
Well, Arthur's got a little bit of right side damage there, Terry. might be affecting the handling of that race car. But back up to the front. Right now, Philip Van Fleet, but Joshua Rutherford trying to make something happen on that bottom side.
Sam, look who's in 10th place. That 46, Fred Thompson.
Now in 9th. Look at this, Ty Morosco pushing him. Let's get Fred Thompson up there and lead a couple laps, huh?
Buddy, I'm with you. Let him win.
Riding on board here with Fred.
Fred Thompson, one of our eldest here. He's, I want to say 81, something like that, Sam?
Somewhere around there. We'll say 76 just to make him feel good.
Okay. That still make Rick Thompson kind of old, right?
Yeah. Rick's like 100. Out there all by himself now. Ty dropped back in line to get behind Paul Ellison in that 55 on the bottom side. So everybody pit on lap 29. Should be seeing green flag pit stops here, I'd say around lap 50, 45 to 50. See Chris Legou up there making a move to get to the bottom side of the racetrack. And now Fred Thompson coming up here. Fred Thompson inside the top 5.
Fred Thompson, no help, is making a move on the 71.
See Taylor Butcher Benjamin coming up, trying to give Fred a little push here. We say that Fred Thompson up 11 spots from the start of this race. Our oldest member in the league running inside the top 5 right now.
That is just so awesome to see. I'm wondering, Sam,
controlling this though, Terry.
Well, I was about to say, I'm wondering if these 4 guys aren't talking and saying, let's control both lines.
You got Chris Legou pushing Corey Sherman. You got Aaron Bockover pushing Philip Van Fleet. Corey gets bumped out of line. He's coming back up. A lot going on right here. Big checkups.
Wow.
Everybody doing a great job to keep it going. We got to get on Corey Sherman. Let's see if I can't go back a little bit. Let me get on Corey Sherman. We got to see if we can't get a replay of that, Terry.
I think Chris might have got into Corey just a little bit, but enough to almost send him across the track.
He's coming out of turn 2. Let's see. Yep, just hits him. He doesn't hit him center. It looks like Chris kind of checked everybody up.
We cannot push in these cars. I mean, you just can't do it. The nose will not. It fits perfectly under the car, but it will not match up to that back bumper to push each other.
Well, Taylor Butcher Benjamin and Jamie Walker have made their way up to the front here. Brian D's now on the back bumper of Fred Thompson.
Yeah, we see Ty Morosco a few laps back go to the back. You know, he didn't want to be up there. And now he is back up here running 5th, 6th place.
I'm sorry, I hate to do it, but we got to keep the camera on that number 46 right now. Jamie Walker dropping out of line once again. Everybody's coming up on Chris Carroll right here, giving plenty of room.
Might have been a bad time for Walker to try to do that. He's got to make it 3 wide to go around Chris Carroll on that 24.
Well, remember, Terry, these guys are racing 4 stage points. At the halfway point of every race, there is room to get some points. So, you know, Corey Sherman's trying to get all he can, along with Ty Morosco up there. Oh, little door contact there between the 17 and 71. They keep it straight. These guys are racing insanely hard right now.
Good driving out of D's and Legou. Legou, whatever the heck you pronounce it. And out of all that stuff we just had, we still got 3 of the TNA guys running up front as Benjamin sucking up to the 3 car, with Sherman bringing along Tom Roscoe in the 1.
Everybody doing a real great job right now, but here we are, lap 44, 114. Pit stops are going to start happening here in the next, I'd say, 5 to 10 laps. Everybody last pit on lap 29.
It's something. Oh, no, Sam. The 17, Brian Dees, I believe is about ready to drop out of the race. He does not feel good tonight, ladies and gentlemen. He has apologized to his team. I believe he might be pulling off this race here shortly.
We're keeping an eye on him and see what he does here.
I think he might wait till we pit, Sam. I'm not 100% on that, but I did hear him call out he does not feel good and he wants to climb out of the car.
Still TNA leading both lines right now. Philip Van Vliet on the outside, Corey Sherman on the inside. See a little bit of bumping going on between the 12 and the 71. Mark trying to push Chris up there.
55 Ellison back there behind Hamlin in that 15. Ellison needs to make a move. He needs to work his way back up there. I know we're coming up on pit stops here shortly. Ellison needs to make not a drastic move, but he needs to put his stuff up there to be in place to let his teammates push him to that win like he was talking about in chat earlier.
Back up to the front, still Corey Sherman.
Fred Thompson still holding his own, sitting in 7th place right now, started 16th. Good job out of that 46.
Yeah, he's doing real good up there on that top side. Now inside the top 5, it keeps jumping back and forth just because he is on the top lane. Fred Thompson now up to 4th. Looks like teammates, they're getting ready to start pitting here because you see him drop down. Now what's Brian Dees going to do? You see Mark Arthur jumped out of line back there. You got Jamie coming there on that top side. Dees giving Thompson a push from out of nowhere. Taylor Butcher Benjamin jumps up in front of the 46.
Dees all over the back of the 46 when he done that also.
I think they're trying to push him up near the front here.
Let him lead the lap.
Yeah, Dees is all over the back bumper of that 46. Trying to get him up to the front.
Fred's going to have he has to run a solid line, and he's moving around an awful lot for Dees to keep up with him.
Yeah, but they're getting Mark Arthur to catch up now to the back bumper. Back bumper of that 17, sorry. Oh my goodness, I thought Dees was turning him there.
I was thinking, look at this.
Going into 3 and 4.
Jamie Walker working get up there behind the 12 of Arthur.
I mean, Brian Dees is just
Fred Thompson did the lead.
The absolute crap out of the 46. Across the line, Fred Thompson's going to lead a lap. Trying to drop down in front of the 89, can't make it happen. Unbelievable.
D's again on the back of the 46 of Thompson, trying to give him a little shove, maybe get him down there in front of Van Fleet.
I mean, they are trying like heck to get him up to the front.
Mark Arthur backing up a little bit.
Yeah, but Brian Dees isn't. He stays right on the back bumper. Give it to Philip Van Vliet that time by lap 50 of 114.
They got to start pitting. They've got 20 laps on this tank of fuel. They're going to have to start looking. Maybe that's what Mark Arthur's doing, is trying to hunt for a spot to get down to the bottom.
Big push down the back straightaway to the 46.
As they go 2 by 2 again, 3 rows back, 4 rows back. Tom Roscoe got Dalton Kilroe teammate coming up behind him. Oh, that's awesome to see. Dalton Kilroe did not take as much damage as I thought he might have had on that little incident we had back there about lap 27.
Nobody coming down pit road just yet.
Mark Arthur maybe moved down to the bottom. I believe he may be setting up to, maybe he's going to stop with the TNA guys here, Sam.
Yeah, it's about that time you got to start making a move to get to the bottom of the racetrack here. You know green flag pit stops are coming. You do not want to get stuck on that top side.
I believe some of the TNA guys are just called out their top stops. Sherman, Van Fleet, both called out. Here comes Bach over along with Sherman. Van Fleet must have not got that message.
Doesn't matter. Fred Thompson leading this race here at Talladega. This is cool to see.
It absolutely is. Now, Sam, you might have to jog my memory, but I think it's the first time Fred's ever led a Blazing Pedals race.
I don't know. We'd have to go back and check the stats on that one, but up here leading multiple laps, definitely a first time for the 46. Coming down pit road, hard on the brakes. Everybody's trying to give him room.
Fred hard on the brakes on that 46.
I tell you what, though, man, still holding his own and a great entry for that 46. He lost a lot of spots, but if he can just be smooth on entry here and keep the back of this pack, I think Fred Thompson might have a chance here tonight. He's just got to be smooth in his pits and be smooth out. Again, I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. We're giving him a lot of camera time. It's not every day you see Fred Thompson up near the front of the field.
Absolutely not. It's Jamie Walker right now. He's leading the pack with Zimmerman. Brian Zimmerman in the 28 following up behind him. We ain't seen Brian Zimmerman in a few weeks, Sam.
How about someone we haven't talked about a whole lot tonight now is pitting with Zimmy and the 88 of Walker is that number 4, Tanner Moore, locking him up big time. Ooh, I think he made it. I think he just barely made it.
Wow.
Right now, as they run, that would put the lead in the hands, I believe, of Taylor Butcher Benjamin. Corey Sherman, Mark Arthur, and those guys who put a lap prior, they got a full head of steam, though, here. They're coming on the top side. The TNA drivers.
Well, Sam, Brian Dees did not leave the race like I thought he was going to. He was talking about it.
Mark Arthur looking to the outside of Corey Sherman. These guys are going to have to get formed up. They're letting this front pack of Morosco, Kilroe, basically MFRD guys, including Kyle Wildman Wellman out there. Kyle Wellman having a good run sitting there in 5th as they go screaming past the 88 of Jamie Walker. These guys got to get formed up back here if they're going to want to catch them. They're losing time. Ty Morosco now to the lead.
Kind of watching Jamie Walker fall back. He has nobody around him, Sam, whatsoever to help him now.
You take a look at it. There's your gap. You see the front pack going in the middle of 1 and 2. Second pack there. Now in the middle of 1 and 2. It's a pretty big gap. They're catching up to Jamie Walker. But what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen, is we got to take a commercial break. We're going to go side by side, though, so you don't miss a thing. Stick around.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Shut up and sit down.
Back live. TRJ Karting, Blazing Pedals Arca series. Here at Talladega, these guys are tearing up this 2.66 mile track. Right now, we got Corey Sherman in that number 3 leading this thing. Teammate 44 Bach over behind him. As we got the Rutherford boys on the bottom trying to make some noise.
Yeah, that number 5 of Corey Rutherford is actually a lap down, so trying to fight to stay on the lead lap here in case a caution were to come out. Couple of drivers decided to fall to the back of the pack. It'd be like Ty Roscoe, Jamie Walker, Dalton Kilroy, all deciding to fall back just a little bit. Let's go back a little bit further. She's leading this next pack here. What's got Fred Thompson and Brian Dees in it. It's Amanda Sherman in that number 8.
A lot of chatter back there between these guys. I can hear them. Dalton Kilroy talking. Mark Arthur talking about how hard it is trying to catch up and stuff. So Mark Arthur, Dalton Kilroy running in front of each other, or one in back of the other, trying to get up there.
They're pretty far back here too. I mean, they're behind this second pack. Or I'm sorry, they're right behind this first pack. And this second pack, they're not running as fast lap times. They're pretty hooked up, but they are losing time to that lead pack right now.
So Sam's top line ran by TNA Motorsports. The bottom line, MFRD and Work in Progress.
Yeah, but if you notice right now, the only 2 that are linked up on the bottom are the Rutherford brothers. Derek Paulson back there, kind of a car length or 2 off the back bumper, that 64. That's why they can't really maintain that inside line.
Lori, I'd like to apologize for what you had to see there in chat. I will say something to them on my write-up tomorrow about putting stuff in chat like that.
Corey Sherman doing everything he can up on that top side, Terry. You got TNA up there working really well together, trying to control this race. But last pit stops were on lap 51, so we're going to see green flag pit stops happening again here in the next 10 or 15 laps.
I said behind these guys, I'm watching 5 particular cars. One of Amanda Sherman leading the pack with 17 Ds. The 22 of Collins, 33 Perkins, and the 46 of Thompson. They're all trying to tell us, just hold the line. Let's keep this thing straight. Let's get up there.
Yeah, I mean, she's doing a good job of it. Right down on that yellow line. Dees is doing a good job pushing her. But you see, Fred's got to get back on the back bumper of Perkins there. And the other guys, who is that? Zimmerman, Tanner Marr, Casey Campbell, those guys got to get linked up for them to make any headway.
So I wonder if we're going to see another motion rig there in the Sherman household.
The man ain't going to get no motion rig.
Amanda Sherman last pit on 51. She just yelled out she has 5 laps left.
Makes me wonder what these guys up front have. Corey Sherman's been leading that outside line here for a while. Using a lot of fuel.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Corey on the outside and Josh on the bottom. These guys have been using all that fuel. Let these guys draft behind them. And Sam, one thing I saw during practice was the 24, Chris Carroll. He actually blew his car up by drafting.
Well, you know, if you ride too long behind somebody, that motor's going to overheat and it's going to let go.
Working around lap traffic, Rick Thompson.
The 3 was finally able to get clear of the 5. So that means watch for that 44 to try to find a hole here.
Aaron Bockover holding his own out there on that outside line. I don't know if he's getting maybe a little side draft every time one of the guys from one of the Rutherford boys come up beside him. But he is holding his own out there by himself.
That's not where you want to be right now, though. You got your teammate out there leading the line. I think he's trying to check him up a little bit here. That's definitely what it looks like he's doing. You see how much Derek Paulson gained there going down the backstretch. I think Sherman tried checking up that inside line to let Bockover jump down in front of him, but they just didn't have no success with it.
Yeah, Paulson caught up, and that gave actually Taylor Butcher Benjamin at 10 a little bit more to come up there, along with Walker now sucking up onto the back end of the 44, taking time Roscoe on the outside of the 44.
That's what I mean. You can tell right here that's exactly what they're trying to do, because Walker and Morosco just flew by them like they were standing still, put Jamie Walker to the race lead. Can't keep this up, though. Bockover's going to have to find a way to get down at some point here. Now he's got Derek Paulson jumping up behind him.
Answer a question out there in chat by Mike. Mike, they can get about 20, 22 laps, but tires, they could probably run the whole race on one set of tires. This track does not eat up tires. You know, Daytona doesn't eat up tires. It's these ones where you really actually got to turn the steering wheel. These guys aren't really turning that steering wheel a whole lot. As we watch both Corey's do it and Mark do it. These guys don't turn these steering wheels a whole lot. My pick back out in the leading Ty Morosco and Aaron Bockover. Derek Paulson, Corey Sherman, that is your top 5. Everybody should be looking for pit stops.
Sorry, Terry. I just saw the chat there. It finally popped up and was handling. I put somebody in timeout.
Damn, boy. Now, we welcome everybody to be out there and chat. I mean, just be respectful. That's all we're asking.
It's just a timeout. You'll be able to chat again in 300 seconds. Not a big deal. How about Kyle Wellman and Andy Poliski going to the lead?
Oh, we seen Wellman out there earlier. Look at this lap traffic they got to work around. Wow.
Yeah, they all got single file real quick as they go to the top side. Trying to get a good shot of it. Here we go. Fan cam. As we see pit stops happening.
Now, everybody they just passed, that lead pack passed. All those guys just pitted. This lead pack has still got a pit, being led by Jamie Walker at the moment. Oh, no, I'm sorry, Kyle Wellman. That's right. I'm okay. Taylor Butcher Benjamin pushed teammate 41 Dalton Kilroy out to the wall.
See Corey Sherman, it looked like fuel only. Great pit stop by the number 3, actually. 7.95 seconds.
You just feel only again. Yeah, Van Fleet coming out behind teammate Corey Sherman.
Yeah, but they got to get linked up here. As Wellman in this pack, they went around one more time. Here
comes Team MFRD with Ty Morosco leading. with Taylor Benjamin running second right now, third, 41 of Dalton Kilrow. These guys are trying to get back up through here.
Looks like they're trying to get down to the bottom side of the racetrack. See if they come this time. Here they come.
Wow. Oh, that's 6, 7 cars right there, ladies and gentlemen. 8 cars.
Everybody gets it on pit road nice and smooth, though.
Yeah, nobody touched nobody, and that's awesome run out of all these guys. That is the whole team of MFRD and work in progress drivers.
That actually hands the lead over to Jamie Walker. Jamie elected to stay out one more time. Got Amanda Sherman on his back bumper. As we see the 44, the 12, and the 3 all working together. They got a lot cut out for them, though, here. Because they got to get around these guys. Ty Morosco, Taylor Butcher Benjamin, Dalton Kilrow, all the MFRD guys, work in progress guys coming off pit road right now.
Looks like good pit stops for all those guys that just went in all together. Everybody's coming out one by one, right behind each other. They're going to get these cars wound up. Get that thing back up about 190. Try to do something. Catch up with this other group. And we're going to race to the end here? Nope. No, they still have to make one more pit stop. Maybe 2.
These guys are coming up on this lead pack here. The MFRD guys. Paul Ellison trying to catch up here. Remember, Paul's trying to get his way into the championship 4 here as well.
Sam, great minds think alike. I clicked on Paul Ellison as you started speaking, and yeah, I was just seeing where he was at. Back right now in 11th place, gridded up at the 9th spot. Paul Ellison down 2 spots from the beginning of this race.
Yeah, he's got to get in the wake of that 42 and the 5 in front of him, though. He kind of was swerving down the backstretch, not sure what he was doing. But he's got to get in their draft, or he's not going to be able to catch up to them. Then they're going to lose this lead pack in a hurry.
Jamie Walker kind of going backwards there as he's waiting on some help. Trying to get a little bit of draft out of that lead car in front of him, the 32 of Poliski. As he's got Rutherford behind him with the Wellman behind him. These guys line up together. He should be able to pull up there to the 32 of Poliski.
Yeah, but I'm worried about that 55. He's starting to drop back just a little bit. I don't know. It looks like they're all they're trying to work.
Oh,
we got a caution.
Sam.
Looks like Amanda Sherman might have been involved.
Check John Perkins and Josh Rutherford.
Oh, wow. A lot. I'm going to have to admit it on this one. A lot of neckhood there, but John looked like he was going to hit Amanda anyway. There was contact there between the 33 and the 64. And then John comes up the track, gets into Amanda, and that just sends everybody around. Fred Thompson involved.
Sounds like a lot of people checking up, Sam, from what it sounded like out in chat or out in radio land on these guys.
All right. So this is going to allow everybody to come on down pit road, get some more fuel in those cars. Aaron Bach over your race leader. We'll be right back.
Shut up and sit down.
Back live here on True Sim Productions, and I want to bring somebody up into the booth. He's having a great run so far. Let's see here.
No.
Up 22 spots so far in the race is driver the number 3, Corey Sherman at San Mateo up in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you guys.
Hey, man, see you're running that new rig. We're going to even pull you up on the old in-car camera here. How you liking it out there at Talladega?
Love it. So much fun. This thing's worth every penny.
Oh, yeah? Worth getting one then?
Oh, yeah.
All right, man. Well, hey, you're going to try and win to get into the Championship 4 tonight. TNA's been pretty much controlling this race. How do you feel?
I mean, if we just keep doing what we're doing, hopefully we're there at the end. You know, it's always a crapshoot at Talladega, but yeah, I hope so. At least me or Aaron. I think Philip's still back there. I know Amanda just got caught up in that. I haven't talked to Chris in a while, so I don't know if he got caught in that either. But yeah, we're going to try our best.
All right, man. We'll let you get back down with your team. Good luck out there.
Thanks, guys.
Driver of the number 3, Corey Sherman out there. Running in that motion rig, Terry says he loves it.
Yeah, but more I watch him play with that thing, it's like, doggone, where can I put one of those at in my house?
All right, we're on the lap 80 of 114. Definitely going to need at least one more pit stop here, Terry.
Yeah, these guys are going to have another pit stop. Sam, I hate to say this, but we haven't had a big one yet either.
We've had a couple of incidents, right? But nothing major. Still a long way to go. Got about, 34 laps yet? So anything can happen.
Pace car bringing them out of 4. Going to be ducking off track here real quick. Let these guys.
Taylor Butcher Benjamin is showing as the race leader in that number 10. Right now, in the top 10, you have 4 playoff contenders. Mark Arthur, Corey Sherman, Tom Roscoe, 5. Jamie Walker and Paul Ellison all inside the top 10. Anything can happen here as we come down to the restart zone to get this thing fired back off.
Sam, I just seen it. Jamie Walker has a black flag. I believe he got caught speeding.
He's going to have to work his way to the back of the pack here. Taylor Butcher Benjamin fires him off, though. Got a great restart. But don't look now. Team TNA, they've been controlling this whole race tonight. Corey locked to the back bumper of the 44. Mark trying to make a move to go to the top side. He's going to do it. No, he thinks twice. He couldn't make up his mind there, Terry.
Looking at time and scoring, Sam, we still got Mike Hamlin with a meatball flag, Amanda Sherman with a meatball flag, both of them still in the pits.
Mark Arthur drops back behind the two Team TNA cars as they drop down into the lead once again. Aaron Bockover back to the race lead.
Yeah, Mark Arthur kind of going backwards in that 12 car. Really no help whatsoever. Tanner Moore actually hollered at Mark Arthur in that 12. Said, hey, man, I'll leave you a little room if you want to jump down here. He doesn't want to be up on that high side right now.
Philip Van Vliet trying to make moves to get back up to his teammates here. Philip's still on the lead lap. He's running in 7th, right behind Mark Arthur. Taylor Butcher Benjamin's going to jump to the top side of the racetrack. Got a good run there going down the backstretch.
Big push out of that 89 on Mark Arthur, trying to push him around that 10, and we're going 3 wide, Sam.
And Mark Arthur had a run, and he's making it happen. Philip Van Vliet's going to follow. Brad Collins up there. Haven't said a whole lot about him tonight in that number 22. Sitting in the middle, Chris Carroll back out there. Carroll a few laps down, but up there trying to push these guys up to the front.
Chris Carroll could be anybody's friend tonight. I mean, he's already locked in. He had that one penalty earlier in the race. So, you know, Chris Carroll, I think he's just here to race around these guys tonight, Sam.
Yeah, but that's the question is, who is he going to help? You see Brad Collins giving a wicked push to that number 10. Pushes them out to the front. Taylor Butcher Benjamin now the race leader. Brad Collins in 2nd. Corey Sherman's going to jump up in front of the number 12. Bockover gets a run on the 22. He's going to jump out of line.
That might have been by design there, Sam, on the TNA guys. They know Mark's back here behind them with Van Vliet, teammate, trying to help out. As 24, Carroll gets a little bit of help from the 17 to catch up to the 22. So look now, 73, Casey Campbell up on that high side. He's got the 71, Chris Legou behind him. High line's got 5, 6 cars. Bottom line's got 5 cars. Now they all come into view. There's a lot more on that high side now. Has a 33 of Perkins. Looks up by himself on the outside. Nowhere to go.
Yeah, looking to make it 3 wide here going down through the tri-oval into turn 1. Nobody going with him, though. Taylor Butcher Benjamin still showing race leader. Brad Collins running in 2nd. Bockover 3rd. You know Chris Carroll, you see him there. He's a few laps down. Still up here pushing everybody. Trying to help somebody out here tonight.
Perkins looking to lock himself in back here. But he's going to have to do something to get up front there if he wants to get locked in tonight by a win. But we got Sherman and Mark Arthur, excuse me, trying to lock themselves in.
Big push here from the number 3 and the 12 to Bockover. Going to push Aaron back out to the lead. Is he going to drop down in front of the number 10? No, he's going to stay up in front of his teammates. Smart move.
Looks like right now we only have 7 cars that are a lap plus down. Jamie Walker being one of those. Fred Thompson being one of those after he led some laps today.
Out of turn 4, give the lead to Bockover right now. Corey Sherman looks like he's ducking out a little bit to cool that motor off. Jumps right back down behind him to give him a push through the tri-oval. That outside lane's got to get formed up just a little bit better here. They're going to want to make something happen. We should be seeing green flag pit stops coming very soon, I imagine.
Mark Arthur making it with 3 wide.
putting Corey Sherman, leaving him out to dry, but that could be a good thing because he's got teammate Philip Van Vliet back there, going to give Sherman some room.
Van Vliet sitting in a really good spot to work with either one of those guys. If he can get up there to that 3, he can help him get around. Man, 3 wide up front now.
Three wide for the lead right now. Mark Arthur all over the back bumper of Aaron Bockover. Philip Van Vliet trying to get up there and make something happen. They're going to duck back in line here. Puts Corey Sherman third on the outside line. Lap 88 of 114. These drivers last pit about 10 laps ago. So they probably got about a 10, 15 more laps on fuel. They're definitely going to need it to make it to the end.
Yeah, one of these guys are calculating, how much fuel can we put in it as they work around Fred Thompson at 46.
Mark Arthur, three wide again. It's going to be tight. It's really tight. Oh, man. I mean, could not fit a piece of paper between that 44 and that 12 machine. They keep it straight. We got 26 laps to go, Terry.
Kind of watching the 10 right here. I was looking at some stuff. The 10 last on his pit in lap 78, he was only in the pits for 5 seconds, Sam. Is that enough to fill up these cars?
I don't know. I honestly couldn't tell you.
Now, not that it matters a whole lot. Bach over Arthur, both of them on fresh tires at lap 78. Benjamin is the only one who did not take tires out of your top 6.
25 laps to go. We know they're at least going to have to make one more pit stop. I don't think they can make it the rest of the way. There's no way they can when they all last pit on lap 78. So they're going to have to single file out one more time, be a little bit cordial with each other here.
Yeah, 24 laps this time by. We are sitting at lap 90, going to lap 114. Bach over to the race to getting a little bit of help from that 12 car, Mark Arthur.
We're actually riding on board here with Mark Arthur.
Sam, someone's name, we haven't really said a whole lot. He was our MSRD pole winner in that 41 car. Dalton Kilmer all the way back at 18th place. This is one race that he really thought he had a chance at. Granted, we're not done yet either, so.
Still a lot of racing left to go as we cross the line. It's going to be 23 laps to go. Aaron Bockover trying to get the lead back. Remember, Mark Arthur, if he wins, he'll be in. If any of these playoff drivers win up here, they'll be in. You got Mark, you got Corey Sherman, you got John Perkins up there in the mix. Ty Morosco hanging out back in 11th. And it hasn't even started yet, ladies and gentlemen.
Now, these back 3-6 cars or so, man, got so much space in between them. They've got to tighten this thing up if they want to make a move to the front.
I think they know they're going to have to make one more fuel stop. So they're just kind of riding right now. I think it's a smart move because you got Aaron Bach over Mark Arthur and Corey Sherman up here on the top side trying to make something work to get around this bottom lane so they can get clear, make it easier for themselves.
24, Chris Carroll works his way back down and behind the 3 of Corey Sherman in front of Van Fleet in that 89 car. Remember, the 24 of Carroll right now is showing, one lap down, I believe. I'm sorry, 6 laps down. My apologies.
That inside lane's starting to get a little choked up here. They're starting to spread out. I imagine they'll come down pit road once they know they'll be able to make it. The thing is do you want to fill up the tank, or do you want to spend as less amount of time on pit road as you can? I think they're going to run it until it's almost dry.
Sam, if you don't mind, I can't do it. Would you please remove somebody from chat? Tell you what, these guys been running 2 by 2 by 2, 3 rows back for, my lord, last 10 laps, Sam?
Yeah, easily, and we got 20 laps to go, so you know things are... Oh, a little bit of contact there. Oh, big contact. How did they keep that straight? Oh, my God. Everybody trying to get down to the bottom side of the racetrack. Nobody wants to give an inch.
Sam, I'm not trying to toot our horn here at Blazing Pedals. That's why we're one of the premier leagues, I would say, here on the Iracing. I mean, these guys are just, they're all good.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of competition out here. I mean, that was a wreck. I mean, hands down, that was a wreck. And these guys kept it straight. Great job. And we're still racing.
I just sat and went back and looked at my pick, 88, Jamie Walker, by himself. Here comes the pack on him. Mark Arthur not giving no room to the 17 of D's.
He's going to have to lift. Oh, my God. Are they going 4 wide, 3 wide? Walkover not giving Arc any room. Oh, my God. I can't even talk right now. 18 laps to go.
Mark Arthur pulled a good move there, kind of using an 88, a block on 17 of D's.
Tanner Marr's going to jump to the high side back here. Everybody gets down to the bottom side of the racetrack. Walkover jumps back to the top side. I don't know why he would make that move. They got to pit.
I think it was because Taylor might have went down below the yellow lines just a little bit, Sam. I think he was a little worried on that.
Coming to the line. Taylor Butcher Benjamin leading. It's going to be 17 laps to go this time by. When will these drivers decide to come down pit road? Tanner Marr up inside the top 5 for the first time tonight, putting them 3 wide.
Yeah, they're 20 laps on the fuel. Granted, they only ran 2 caution laps. Did they save fuel? But I don't think they're going to save that much fuel to go 15, 16 more laps.
They're going to have to stop at least one more time.
Oh, Walker in the back of the 12 of Arthur, just a hair bit, trying to give him a push around that 10 of Benjamin.
They're probably going to run the tanks almost empty, so they only have to take a little bit of fuel here, Terry. That's what it's looking like right now.
Walker again in the middle between Marr and Arthur. 88 Walker trying to help out Marr, trying to give him a little pusher up there around these guys. Arthur needs Benjamin just a little bit closer to help with us.
Tanner Moore to the lead.
Sam, last time we were here, we had 47 lead changes from 17 drivers here at Talladega.
And that was our 50th. Pit stop's happening, Terry. Bunch of guys coming down pit road. A bunch of guys coming down pit road. Some contact on pit road.
Oh, Ellison takes a hard hit in the back from the 64 of Josh Rutherford.
So here's the question. That's going to have to pull these guys down pit road. I mean, it's going to have to.
Tanner
15
Moore.
laps to go. Sorry, Terry.
No, you're fine. Tanner Moore just called out his pit as Walker goes to the high side. Here comes Bach over Mark Arthur. Yep, he's coming. Corey Sherman along with Walker.
Tanner Moore locks him up big time. I think he might have sped there, Terry.
And Tanner said he's going to be slow because he's got an early pit.
I want to keep an eye on Corey Sherman. He is a playoff contender. Right now, these guys are coming out of pit road. Corey's fuel only, down and away. 8.3 seconds. Good stop. Bach over the 7.25. Mark Arthur also has a good stop. If these guys can get off pit road really quickly and get linked up, they should be okay. Tanner Moore still on pit road. Definitely a speeding penalty. And uh-oh, Terry, if you look now, Amanda Sherman right behind Corey.
You are absolutely right. Tanner Moore did get a speeding penalty off of this.
So it's showing right now Aaron Bockover as the race leader. This is it, Terry. They can make it the rest of the way from now on. John Perkins, though, with Brad Collins pushing him, Ty Morosco back here. They're catching these guys full head of steam.
Got a big group coming up there, wasn't they? Absolutely, man.
Yeah, you got this big group of Taylor Butcher Benjamin, Paul Ellison, Dalton Kilrow, Casey Campbell up there inside the top 10. Corey Sherman trying to get the wake of those top three cars. He is sniffing it. He's just got to get there. Big run here. It's anybody's race right now, Terry. We got 13 laps to go.
Yeah, it definitely is anybody's race. Like seeing Walker out there helping these guys out a little bit, trying to push them. For Walker right now, he is one lap down, unfortunately, and he is not the lucky dog. That would be Corey Rutherford if something would happen.
Corey Sherman looking at the top side. That's going to allow John Perkins to sneak in right underneath of him. Corey jumps to the outside, though. Will anybody jump up to help him all by himself, trying to make something happen? Perkins jumps up behind Sherman.
Tom Roscoe, big run, had to avoid the 22.
12 laps to go. Perkins throws a big block on Morosco.
Not a smart move, and guys running 2x2 like that back there behind Sherman. If they want to get up there, they're going to have to get behind him one by one.
Corey jumps up in front of him, thinks better of it, saw the big run they had. Here comes Collins to the back bumper for Sherman. No, he's going to go jump up behind Ty Morosco.
Here comes Poliski in the 32 and the 42 of Wellman with just moving.
Yeah, but they're going to have to check up here. They have nowhere to go. Poliski jumps up in front of the 3. Wellman trying to go with him, but can't get there.
Dalton Kilrow back in the mix again. Playing along with Taylor Butcher Benjamin.
11 laps to go this time by, and this is it. Everybody's hanging it all out. Here comes Dalton Kilrow with a full head of steam. Ty Morosco putting it 3 wide, gets into the door of Perkins a little bit. He's going to door again coming out of turn number 4. This is great racing.
So out of this top 6, I mean, Walker is not in the mix right now.
They're coming
so
up on some lap traffic. I'm sorry to cut you off, Terry.
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
will they
I didn't
be
see the lap
cordial
traffic.
here? Everybody give them plenty of room.
working their way around Brian Dees and the 17 Tanamar and the Ford. Those two will probably jump out there and hook up with these guys. Here comes 22. Brad Collins had a good steam going there. 33 of Perkins jumps out in front of him, maybe trying to help.
10 laps to go. Anybody's race right now. Plenty of playoff contenders up in the mix here. Even Paul Ellison back there hanging out in the back, just kind of riding. There's still plenty of time here.
Watching that 3-car of Sherman. He was all over the back end of that 32 of Poliski about a half a lap ago, just pushing him, trying to get that Brown Bach over, maybe trying to, 3 wide. Dalton Kilrow making it.
He pushes Sherman out of line. Nobody going to the top side with Sherman right now. They're going to door. Oh, Ty Roscoe's going to get turned. That's the big one here. There it is, Terry.
There it goes.
Let's get a replay on that. There was a lot going on there, going down into 1 and 2. A little bit of contact there between the 3 and the 1. That sends him around. Paul Ellison, I think, just managed to get through there just barely. Ty Morosco looks like he just did a few spins, kept it going. So still in this thing.
Tom Orozco did take a couple bumps after he got his car down under the apron.
You got Dalton Kilrow. You got Aaron Bach over. Poliski made it through. Corey Sherman. It's 8 laps to go here. We're going to have a shootout to the end, Terry. It's just getting started.
Oh, we definitely are.
Well, while they're under caution, we're going to go ahead and take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
Shut up and sit down.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Back live here at Talladega, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a 5-lap shootout to the end of this thing, unless we get another caution.
And that's not out of the question.
Everybody's going to be pushing hard. Everybody wants to make that Final Four. And you got plenty of drivers up here inside the top 10 that can make that happen. Dalton Kilroe, Mark Arthur, Corey Sherman, Paul Ellison. They all need to lock themselves in.
And with the front two cars, the 44 and the 32, those guys are just hunting for a win. That's all they want. They don't care about this championship, Sam. They just want to win a race.
Exactly, and they're not going to make it easy for one of these guys to lock themselves into a spot in the Final Four.
Sam, something interesting. The 3 is behind the 41. We know those two have had a little bit of history this season. Will that 3 try to help the 41 or try to work a way around it or back off to where he's going to have to work by himself? What's going to happen there?
I don't know. Corey's in kind of a rough position right here. I mean, you're starting on the inside line. That gives a chance for the outside line to kind of pinch you down. You really don't have a whole lot of wiggle room on where you can make a move. But, I mean, I think we're going to see something crazy here. Something wild's going to happen. I can feel it.
And at the moment, Dalton has nobody around him really to help until you get back to the 64 car, Josh Rutherford. And we got Brian Zimmerman in the picture now, too.
Doesn't matter. Pace car is going to be dropping off. Coming down to that restart zone. In the hands of Andy Poliski in that number 32. Fires them off, and we're back underway. 5 laps to go here at Talladega.
So, Poliski got a good start. That's good. Brings Zimmerman about wrecked.
What happened?
We got caution.
That Poliski dropped. Something happened to the 32, Terry. And then there was wrecking in the back.
Check the 46. 46 took claim of that.
Oh, you know what? I think Fred might have missed a shift here. Yep, Fred either missed shift or missed a shift. And that's what brought out the yellow, but I don't know what happened to the 32.
So word on the street, Sam, says that the 32, they think a cable dropped off his computer because he's not even in chat anymore.
All right.
But Fred Thompson did take ownership of that. Fred Thompson will be receiving an EOL. I mean, 4 laps down, but Fred did take on that.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to bring somebody up into the booth here.
Okay.
Dalton Kilroe, driver the number 41, Sam and Terry up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, I do.
All right, man. Well, quick caution there. Puts you out in the lead. Trying to win to make yourself into the Final Four. Got a lot of competition behind you now. What's the plan?
Honestly, it's just going to be trying to be smart with what's going to happen here with these green, white checkers. Got plenty of fuel in the tank, so I don't have to worry about any of that. It's just, positioning the car in the right spot at the right time. That's going to be all that really, that's going to be what decides this race. I'm going to need I'm gonna need a little bit of help. So I mean, I know I got Derek Paulson and the work in progress guys. We've been working together all races like we did the last Talladega race. So hopefully they can get up and help me a little bit. But you know, we'll see what happens. I mean, I know I'm in a pretty good spot. I got good stage points and I've kept it clean all race. So hopefully I can just get across the line without any issues. And if I win, I win. If not, so be it. I'll still take a good points night.
So do you think you're in a good spot here? I mean, you know, you're in the lead, right? And we know it's not good to be leading here on the last lap. Would you rather be starting a couple spots back, or do you like starting in the lead?
Honestly, with the way things have been going, I'd rather be starting a couple spots back, just because then you could kind of lay back with your teammates, get a little bit of a run, and then make your move. But, you know, being up here without really too much help, I think I'm just kind of a sitting duck at the moment. But we'll have to see how these, you know, how the 2 laps kind of play out. You know, I definitely can't be done with a block, or like too aggressive of a block, because I know, especially on this high line, I got the 44 and the 3. They're going to be pushing as hard as they can. So I mean, I know the 2 of them are going to take me 3 wide if I go up there, and then I'll have Mark go into my inside, and not really much else to do. Just go backwards. So we'll have to see. But you know, hopefully whatever happens, it'll be entertaining, and I can, and you know, like I said, keep it clean and just make sure I'm there.
All right, man. Well, we wish you the best of luck. We'll get you back down with your team.
10-4, thank you.
That was driver the number 41, Dalton Kilrow. I tell you what, if you wanted a race update, you just got one.
You sure did. Hell, we knew he was all the way back in 10th place. I thought we was talking to Mark Arthur there for a second, the way he kept going, right?
Hey, you know, he makes a good point, though, and that's why I asked him. He's starting in the lead, right? And I don't think that's where you want to be right now.
No, definitely. I want to be where Corey Sherman or Josh Rutherford is, actually. That's where I want to be.
You can see these guys aren't even staying single file. They're ready to go. Ready to get this race wrapped up. We're going into Blazing Pedals overtime. Let's see what how the poll's doing. Everybody's saying no. There's not going to be a first-time winner here tonight. So right now in the top group here, you got Dalton, Aaron, Mark, Corey, Josh Rutherford, top 5. Corey Sherman and Joshua Rutherford, 2 drivers yet to win a race here in Blazing Pedals.
And Sam, I just seen the race will be extended with a green-white checker. Now we do 3 of these. After the 3rd one, it is what it is, I believe. But we never had to do that.
Going to be a green-white checkered finish, a shootout. Couple of playoff drivers up in the mix there, and don't count out Paul Ellison. He's back here in 10th. Or Ty Morosco. They can still get up here and make something happen.
And Politsky did have a packet loss. He has joined back in. I don't know if he's back on track yet or not. He is not. And Bacher's giving a little bit of a push to the pace car.
Hey, he's just
Not that he
saying
can
hi.
hurt it.
He might be seeing that pace car again. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's all come down to this. Blazing Pedals overtime. You got teammates up there. Aaron Bach over Corey Sherman. Dalton Kilroy's kind of a sitting duck right now.
I was about to say, hey, Corey Sherman, reach up and tighten them butts, grab somebody, you're going to need it.
I think we're going to need seatbelts right now, Terry.
But I'm on the edge of mine.
Down into the tri-oval. Anything can happen. Anything's going to go here with these last 3 laps. Who wants it bad enough to make it to the final 4 here? Not have to worry about Iowa. Dalton Kiro fires them off. We're going to be green flag. 2 laps to go. Popsicle 6 in the air.
Don't give her a big jump. That's probably not a good idea.
Yeah, he's out there pretty far. He doesn't know which lane he's going to have to block. Corey Sherman all over the back bumper of the 44. Derek Paulson pushing Corey Sherman here. They're 3-4 wide back there in the back. Keeping an eye on this front pack. What will Corey Sherman do? What will Dalton do? What's Mark going to do? Derek Paulson looking to make it 3 wide here on the top side.
He's got teammate Tanner Butcher Benjamin that could possibly get up there and push him around here.
Yeah, Corey's all over the back bumper of that 44 right now. They're going to be 3 wide here coming through the tri-oval.
It does take a lap or so for these cars to get up to speed. They
White
are up
flag
to
to
speed.
go. Presented by Priority Auto. It's 3 wide. Now Corey's stuck in a tough spot here. What's going to happen? Mark Arthur pushing Dalton Kilrow really hard through 1 and 2. Corey's got to make a move here at some point. Mark's going to have to make a move. What's going to happen? They're 3-4 wide back here as Ty Morosco's trying to make something happen. Brian Zimmerman looking to make a move. Into 3 and 4 for the final time. They're going to door a little bit there. Ty Morosco all over the back bumper of Corey Sherman. Mark Arthur, a little bit of a wiggle there as they come out of turn number 4. Big checkup. They're wrecking. Corey Sherman looks down. He turned the 41. He's got to make it through the infield. He's got to make it through the infield. Can't Ty Morosco get it. Corey Sherman's going to win and lock himself in to the final 4. Oh my God.
Wow, what an ending.
There it is, Terry, the first TNA gold banner. Corey Sherman is going to race for a championship. Oh my God. We gotta go back and see if we can't get a replay on that. I mean, that was just insane. Through the grass, probably one of the most wild finishes we've had here on True Sim Productions. Here's from the fan camera coming out. You see Mark gets turned right there. Everybody else wrecking behind him. Corey gets right on the back bumper of Dalton, tries to give him a push. And I mean, down through the grass, Ty Morosco had every bit of a chance. Poliski did. But it was Corey Sherman drifting to bring home the win. Unbelievable.
Man, what a finish.
Corey Sherman doesn't care. He's not taking that car to the championship race. Burning it down here.
Nope, he gets another car next week, just like everybody else does.
Hey, this winning moment has been brought to you by Savage Edge, savageedge.com. We'll put your name on everything. Or anything, I should say. We're going to go ahead and let Corey burn it down. Corey Rutherford getting a great finish, Terry.
Yeah, he did. He got a nice 3rd place finish, along with Ty Morosco getting that 2nd place. Brad Collins, Brian Zimmerman wrap up the top 5. Dalton Kilbrough going into the lead there into turn 4. Finishes his race in 7th after getting the MFRD pole award tonight.
All right, well, we're going to go ahead and take a quick commercial break. When we come back, post-race interviews. Stick around.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back live. I got down here to pit road and jumping out of that number 5 machine after going a lap down today. Had a great finish is Corey Rutherford in the number 5. Corey, you got to be feeling good about a third place finish.
I'll take it. Not what I was expecting, but I will definitely take it.
What was your take there on that final little straightaway? What did you see?
I didn't see where the wreck started. All I saw was a massive wreck in front of me, and the seas parted perfectly for me to get through that first section. And then as I came through, it's like, okay, I thought I was home clear. If I could beat Ty to the line, that I might be able to beat him, get the win. But the 44 came down and slid in front of me. And then, seeing the number 3 going through the grass to cut the track and get the win. Yeah. So, but I'll take the third.
All right, man. Well, hey, we see you wearing that True Sim Productions t-shirt. We got you on camera. You got a third place finish. Almost came home with the win tonight, but who you got to thank on that number 5?
First off, got to thank DRJ Karting and sponsoring the league. All the admins for all the work they do behind the scenes. CGI Graphics, Australian Paints, check me out. My brother, Mullet Music Productions, check him out on Facebook. The other league sponsors, MFRD Racing, Savage Edge, Priority Auto, Butt Kicker. Got to give a big shout out to my youngest brother and my dad, for all of their support. Yeah.
All right, man. Well, hey, go celebrate that third place finish. You definitely deserved it, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks, Terry. Or Sam. Jeez.
Definitely can tell he doesn't do a lot of interviews, but it's all right. He got through it. Let's see here. Terry, I believe you're now catching up with second place, Ty Morosco.
Ty Morosco, Sam Terry got us.
I got you guys.
Hey, man, glad you made it back this week. You kind of missed a good race last week, too. But, man, second place, seeing you fall back, come up. Was that by design tonight?
I just kind of took what the race gave to me. Kind of just wanted to sit back. I knew this was probably going to be a long one. Knew because of last week wasn't there. For everybody else in Dallas, I was on vacation a little bit. Kind of wrong time for that, but oh well. I knew we coming in here, we probably needed to win. Best chance to win was today. So I kind of just wanted to be safe. So that's why I was falling back, kind of letting the race come to me. He wasn't going to make any erratic moves. Just going to kind of sit back and relax. And then got in that wreck with about 10 to go. Didn't hurt the car really at all. Just spun out, got a little bit of damage fixed, and then, man, I thought we had it coming to the line there. It was wild. My tire broke. I feel like if my tire didn't break, I might have got I might have won, but it broke. But we'll take home second. Obviously, probably have to go out and win Iowa, and that's it's gonna be a tough one. But it's kind of disappointing we didn't get it tonight. Thought we could have had a chance, but yeah, it just didn't happen.
Well, we've seen it kind of unwind there coming to the checkered. What'd you see out of your windshield?
I mean, when I saw my windshield, I was pushing the 3 a little bit and came off of them. I don't know what kind of. I don't know. Honestly, just as a teammate, I think Dalton might have got turned a little bit, which kind of didn't help the situation. I thought I would have been fine. Corey was going through the grass. It was all wild to me. I had to go back and look at it. Yeah, a little disappointed in the way it ended. That's all I'm going to say.
All right, but well, hey, going into the race today, you was sitting at 8th in points, but you beat 1, 2, 3, 4 other drivers, 5 other drivers. So your points night ain't going to hurt you a whole lot, Ty.
No, obviously we just didn't. They have a whole one more race of points on me. I think I was 20 some points out or something like that. Or I don't even know what it was, just 20, 30 something. But we did get stage points. I wanted to get some stage, so we can boost, maybe have a chance in the points just in case something happens in Iowa. But I think we're going to have to go out and win it, get in. It's been a good year. I've had a lot of podium finishes, so I mean, it just sucks that just couldn't make last week and put us in this situation. But it's fine. I had a fast that last run. That last run was crazy. I was like on cloud 9. This MFRD Ford Mustang was flying and just coming up just a hair short, which sucks. But hey, still a good race.
All right, bud. Well, before we put you down there, who you got to thank this week on that car?
Michael Falk, MF Racing Designs. Beautiful cars that we have out here from our whole team. My teammates all night, we're working together and had a lot of fun. And also like to thank you guys, TRJ Karting, Butt Kicker, DJR Graphics. Also that team, they were helping. They were in with us helping, and it was fun to work with those guys. Work in progress. And also Savage Edge, I'd like to thank them as well. And hey, 2 more races to go. Hopefully we can go out and hopefully get into the Final 4 next week and go for the championship.
All right, bud. Well, congratulations on that second place. We'll get you back down there.
Thank you.
Second place, Ty Morosco. I don't know, Terry. It sounds like everybody's kind of disappointed tonight.
I bet the next guy you talk to won't be.
It doesn't matter because I'm getting down here. He's climbing out of that race car, and I mean, with probably one of the most.
Did you see that? You see that?
Probably one of the most controversial finishes we've had in a while here in Blazing Pedals.
Oh my God, that was awesome!
Corey Sherman takes home the win here tonight at Talladega, locking himself into the Final 4. Corey, walk me through it.
I don't know. The team did really good today. We had good pits. That last lap was insane. I knew. I think it was Mark got a little loose, or Aaron came down into him, so it checked him up, and I got by him. And obviously, I wasn't going to push the 41 to the win, so I knew he was going to block. I had a good run coming, and I knew he was going to block it, but I wasn't lifting, so. And I can't believe I saved it through the grass. This rig is amazing. I could feel the tires catch in, and I'm like, all right, here we go. I just kept it right in the gas the whole way.
Yeah, I mean, I thought you were going to get a penalty there coming through the grass, almost hitting that, the cone there, the pit road entry. I was a little worried, but
I didn't know where the start-finish line was. I just started aiming back up the track.
Yeah, I mean, you even came up in front and did a nice little fancy drift across the line there. But, hey, man, you got to be excited because that's the first TNA gold banner.
And the first TNA driver in the Final 4, too, I think.
So you had a great night. We were definitely kind of pulling for you a little bit there all night. Team TNA did a great job. I mean, you got to be excited. You're running for a championship.
I know. I can't believe it. I didn't think I was going to be able to win it, but pulled off. Yeah, the whole team did awesome tonight. We worked very well together tonight, which usually doesn't happen with us on super speedways. We usually start doing our own thing, but yeah, I was pushing the Aaron. We had Philip up there, Chris up there. We're controlling the front for a while, and yeah, shout out to everybody on TNA. We had a great race tonight.
So, will you continue running this paint scheme? Is this now good luck? Or?
I guess so, yeah. I guess I just came up with it because I was like, oh, I'll change it up for Talladega, but I guess I got to keep this thing now.
Well, I think we're going to have probably the second or probably first most viewed video on True Sim Productions now.
That thing's going on loop along with Aaron, how he has Charlotte on loop.
But, hey, you came out with the win. You're going to race for a championship. You don't have to worry about Iowa next week. Who you got to thank on the number 3?
First off, I gotta give my parents a shout out there on the viewing party down in Florida with all their friends. They're watching. So, hey guys, can't believe I pulled that one off. TRJ Karting for sponsoring the league. As always, Savage Edge Graphics. Go to savageedge.com. You can put your name on anything. CJR Graphics. Hit up Corey for some paints. MF Race Designs. Hit up Michael for some paints. Butt Kicker. Everybody on my team. Amanda. Philip, Chris, Aaron. It sucks that I had to move Dalton into Aaron, but hey, that's what you got to do to go for a championship.
Forget somebody.
Oh, and Terry the Man Foster, you guys for doing the broadcast. DSP. Check them out every Sunday night. Check it out in 2 weeks. Watch the Terminator go for a championship.
Terry, you got anything for our race winner?
Congratulations, buddy. Proud of you.
Thanks, Terry Bear.
You're welcome, man.
All right, Corey, go celebrate that win. Can't wait to see you on Shop Talk tomorrow night.
Yeah, it's going to get wild on Shop Talk. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of controversy in chat.
Oh, I imagine. But, hey, go celebrate that win, man. We'll see you next week at Iowa.
All right, thanks, guys.
That was your race winner, Corey Sherman and Terry. What do you think, man?
I'm along with Corey on this one. There's going to be a lot of discussions through what just happened, and I'm sure Shop Talk tomorrow night ought to be pretty interesting. Again, congratulations to everybody that are our top 3, and I mean, looking at everything, it's going to be a battle next week at Iowa, Sam.
Yeah, as you said, Terry, we're going to Iowa next week, ladies and gentlemen, so be sure to catch us there at 7:45 p.m. Eastern Time. The final round for these drivers to lock themselves into the Final Four. We have 2 drivers locked in, Chris Carroll and now Corey Sherman. What's going to happen in Iowa? Short track, and tempers are going to fly. That's pretty much going to do it for us here on True Sim Productions. I think me and Terry got some work we got to go do, so we're going to end it here. Thank you all for joining. And thank you all for watching. We'll see you again next time. Have a good one.